Let's take a look at getting started with your smartboard. Some of the equipment that you will need is shown here on the screen. Let's take a look at connecting the cables to your smartboard and the projector. Make sure that both of them are turned off before you start. You will need two cables to begin. The USB cable that came with your smartboard and the VGA or HDMI cable for your projector. We'll start with connecting your computer and the projector. Connect one end of the VGA or HDMI cable to your computer and the other end to the projector. To connect your computer, you will need the USB cable that came with the smartboard. The square end of the USB cable connects to the smartboard connector found on the bottom right corner of the smartboard, and the rectangular end connects into a USB port on your computer or Apple product. Once you have connected the smartboard and the computer using the USB cable, power on your computer. After you turn on your computer, you should notice that the status light on the lower right-hand corner of the smartboard is illuminated. A solid green light indicates that your computer and the smartboard are communicating. This is the ideal state when your computer and smartboard are working together properly. Once you see this green light, your computer is now able to work with the smartboard and you are ready to begin. Let's talk about writing, drawing, and erasing with the smartboard. Located on the lower half of the smartboard, you will find the pen tray. On the pen tray there are 4 different colored pens with which you can write. You have black, red, green, and blue. There is also an eraser which is used to erase the digital ink, just as with a regular eraser on a chalkboard or whiteboard. When you remove a pen from the pen tray, the light sensor will illuminate, and that pen color is active. The ink color that appears on the screen will be blue in this example. In the example now, the light sensor for the green pen is illuminated and the ink that appears on the screen is green. If 2 pens are removed from the pen tray at the same time, the active color will be the color of the pen that is picked up last. In this example, since the green pen is the pen that is removed last, the ink on the screen will appear in green. When you replace the pen and pick up the eraser light sensor illuminates. When the eraser light sensor is illuminated, you can use the eraser to erase digital ink just as you would with a normal eraser. Let's talk about extending or mirroring the display of your computer onto the smartboard. By mirroring your computer's display, the smartboard will display the same content that is visible on the computer's screen. By extending your computer's display, the smartboard can display content that is separate from the content that is seen on the computer screen. This can be useful when you need to perform a task on your computer that you do not want everyone to see. For example, when writing or sending an email, or when you are grading assignments, or for any other subject matter that requires discretion, or when privacy concerns are a factor. Displaying the grades of other students, or inadvertently disclosing confidential information, can often be avoided through diligence and by using the extended display option. In order to mirror the display of your MacBook, complete the following steps. Click on the Apple logo located at the top left corner of the screen. Click on System Preferences. Click on Displays, and then click the Arrangement tab. In the picture now on the screen, 2 monitors are identified. One is your Mac's display, and the second is the smartboard's display. The display with the solid white line at the top is the MacBook's display. The solid rectangle that has no white line is the extended display. Click the box next to Mirror Displays, then click on the red circle to close the display settings. The content that appears on your computer screen should now be the same as the content that appears on the smartboard. By extending your computer's display, the smartboard can display content separate from the content that is seen on the computer screen. If you want to display content on the smartboard that is different than the content on your computer's display, complete the following steps to extend the display of your computer. Click on the Apple logo located at the top left corner. Click on System Preferences. Click on Displays, and then click the Arrangement tab. Uncheck the box next to Mirror Displays, then click on the red circle to close the display settings. In this arrangement, the display to your right is the extended display. In our case, this would be the smartboard. The extended display can be moved from the right to the left to match the actual situation in your classroom. If your smartboard is positioned to your left, this is the ideal arrangement to extend your screen. In the arrangement seen here, in order to move content from your computer's display to the extended display, you will need to click and drag content to the right. To do so, simply click on the content with your mouse and drag it to the right from your computer screen to the smartboard. Do not release the click button until you have moved the content fully onto the smartboard screen. By extending your computer's display, the smartboard can display content that is separate from the content that is seen on your computer's screen. Let's talk about calibration of the smartboard screen. If you experience problems with the touch not being accurate or the pen ink appears in the wrong spot, you may need to orient your smartboard. Complete the following steps to enter the screen orientation mode. Locate the keyboard and right mouse click buttons under the digital eraser on the pen tray. Press the keyboard and mouse buttons simultaneously, then release. You should now see the first screen of the orientation. As each target appears, using either a pen from the pen tray or your finger, press as close to the center of the target as possible. In the standard calibration, there are a total of 9 calibration points. Again, precision is your friend. The closer you are to the center of the target, the more precise the readings will be. As each target appears, touch the center of that target. Once you have completed the 9-point calibration, your smartboard is ready to use.